Hi, hello, howdy everyone. It is me, Kore Kaware, back at it again with another video. This week, we are not quite redesigning characters, it's more like designing characters in a different context. So I am going to be redesigning or designing the Doki Doki Literature Club characters with heavy inspiration from early 2000s fashion. Why am I doing that? Just felt like it. I wanted to add in some references to certain anime and games that I feel would be interesting to use in these characters and their designs, so let's get right into it. But before we start with the redesigns, remember that if you like this video, consider liking this video, and if you are not tired of my voice by the end, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. So, we are going to be going in, I'll call it order of plot relevance. We are starting off with Sori, and her design is very, very heavily inspired by characters like Menma from Anohana, and I'm blanking on her name, but the childhood friend from Erased. And you may notice a similar theme with these characters, being that they are, as we call it nowadays, doomed by the narrative. So she has a very similar cut to her top as Menma from Anohana. She has a similar silhouette, not silhouette, she has the skirt, and I was going to make it plaid, and then I figured actually that skirt texture would probably not be very conducive to laying down and experiencing the horrors as one does. I also gave her 2 piercings on each ear because I thought that it would be a cute little idea if she and the protagonist, like, got their ears pierced together or something, or if she had her ears pierced and then, you know, got a second piercing with the protagonist. Just cute little, like, you know, oh, childhood bonding activity. Just, I don't know, I'm a Sayori fan. I like her a lot. I think that she's very sweet. I think she's very cute. And I very much am a fan of her. So when I was drawing her, I wanted to include a lot of big soft shapes, and I made her hair very fluffy. I changed the shape of it a little bit, I tied it back, because I really wanted to try and figure out something to do with Menma's strange, very short bangs, and in the end I just settled for just tying her hair back with a little bow. You will see throughout these designs I incorporate that bow shape in a lot of different places. Honestly, I was just getting silly with it. I thought that it was a fun little thing to symbolize that they're, you know, in a way tied to this narrative of the game, whether or not they really want to be. So I had a lot of fun with her design. I really liked drawing Sayori. She is, I think, my favorite, and she's very cute. Now on to the next one. It is Yuri, my beloved, my wife. I love her so much forever, and you can tell that I drew her first because I actually did shading, and that was before I realized that I am super, super swamped. So her design, her white dress, and the way that her hair flicks out at the sides, I drew very heavy inspiration from Saya, from Saya no Uta, or Song of Saya. And if you are not familiar with this game, I wouldn't recommend looking it up. I'm gonna give you the synopsis here in non-graphic language. It is a horror guro or gore dating question mark game, or like romance game. I don't know if I would call it romance. It's an utsuge, which means a pain game or a depression game, and the protagonist is in a traumatic car crash. He loses his entire family, and in the car crash begins seeing the entire world as raw flesh or meat, pulsating raw meat, except for a mysterious girl that comes and claims to have lost her family named Saya, who he falls in love with. And that's the short version of it. Don't look it up if you don't have a pretty good tolerance for gross stuff. It's a pillar, I think, in these kind of, like, I don't know that I want to say gross, but these darker sort of, like, games that have love as a driving force within them, even if the characters involved are horrible people. And I thought that that fit Yuri's vibe with her taste for the macabre And I thought that this sort of pure white dress with the darker bow was a nice little allusion to, like, she seems very put together and very composed, but she does have a taste for, you know, darker stuff. And it's also just a very cute outfit. She's very pretty. I really like her. I had a lot of fun, like, drawing her with fluffy bangs that I think it's very cute. I don't know what else to say. Shocking revelation. Kore kawaii, woman like her. I also gave her a gold earring. I know that her color would be silver, but I thought the gold looked nice with the darker purple for her hair, and my partner pointed this out, but her hair is way darker purple in this than it is in the original. To be quite honest, I completely forgot that her hair is so bright purple in the original, but I don't know, I chose colors that I thought looked nice. Her hair is technically a very, very dark shade of purple. Let's get on to the next one. We have Natsuki, and that is how you say her name, Natsuki. And you may recognize this outfit. I'm not subtle, nor am I original. And what you may not recognize specifically about this is that not only is her outfit a reference to famous anime tsunderes, her outfit is a reference to Asuka from Neon Genesis Evangelion, but her hair is a reference to Shampoo from Ranma 1/2. So I just wanted to tie in famous anime tsunderes, honestly. I thought that it was cute. I think that tying her hair back, and I know the tsundere twin tail thing is way more popular, but I like the reference to Shampoo. I like it. I think that it is cute, and I think having her hair tied up like that makes her look like, you know, your stereotypical anime schoolgirl, and I think she's cute. And I had a lot of fun drawing her little blushy side portrait. I wanted to give her a marking underneath her eye, just because it looks cute, and I thought that it would be like a nice little beauty mark. I don't know. I've never had very strong feelings about Natsuki. I feel very sad about her story, but I feel like in the narrative she's sidelined a lot. She doesn't have a specific jump scare caused by her own life circumstance. It's just like, oh, and then she gets a creepy corrupted sprite. I also did, though, want to kind of reference that, so I gave her a little tie choker thing, and I gave her a nice little beaded bracelet because I think that she would very much be into making friendship bracelets, but she just does not want to admit it. And I think that it would be cute if in her little baking cutscene she also gave the protagonist a personalized little beaded bracelet. I think that would be cute, I don't know. That was my guiding force when I was designing her, was just what would be cute and what would be a reference to anime tsunderes. So after Natsuki, we have Monika. I am so sorry, I am the least happy with her design. I drew her when I was like finishing up an essay and I was just very busy and I really did not give her all the time that I should have, but I do not have free time this week. It is project season, but she was very fun for me to at least come up with outfit-wise. I know she doesn't have a casual outfit in the game, so we don't really have a sense of what her casual dress style is, but I wanted to keep the bow in there, and that is, you will notice, the only bow on her design, because I'm subtle, and I do subtle things with my character design, and I'm not insane. But she's also the only character you will see in the speed paint. I used the symmetry tool to make her expression and her face because that gives it a little bit of an uncanny valley vibe to a degree, and I thought that was just fitting given her. But I like her. I think that she would have, or I think that giving her these layers, the softer materials on top of more casual clothing, does kind of emphasize that idea of, like, you know, this picture-perfect student council president, club president type is not all that she is, and she is very much trying to be casual like the others. You know, she wants to have these off-script interactions with the protagonist, and I also sort of tweaked her leaning sprite for the sketch on the side because I think that it would be cute if she had a little winking sprite. I think that she deserves it, honestly. I love you, Monika. Now, I am so very sorry for a short video this week. Quite honestly, I don't have time. I'm very tired. I have more essays to write and more projects to write, and I am fighting every demon to not create way more work for myself with Danganronpa Chapter 6. I will try and not delay next week's video. I am very sorry for the delay on this one, but I hope you guys still enjoyed. I still had fun drawing. Drawing has been very nice to de-stress in the middle of all of my projects. So I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye!